Okay, g'day everyone. We're looking at question 11. This is in exercise 7C2. We've got a situation where a certain young lady is walking around town with a $20,000 sapphire ring. Wow. She's insured the ring. An insurance policy covers this ring. If the ring's stolen, the insurance company pays the owner in full. That means the insurance company will have to pay her $20,000. If the ring is lost, they will pay $8,000. They know the probability of the ring being stolen is 0.0025. That's like 0.25%. The probability of a loss is 3%. So what does that mean? 3 out of every 100 people are losing $20,000 rings. Outrageous. And we also have to work out how can the company make $100. All right, so there's a probability of that they're losing money. Right, we've got a probability of loss and theft. Right, but we've also got to think about what fee should they charge to cover these costs. Okay, so I'm going to go get a bit of room for myself so we can look at this question. I would set up a table, although the values are a bit more descriptive. I'm not going to assign numerical numbers to these values. We're just going to use words. So we could have theft. We could lose the ring. We could, if I just write lose the ring, and we could not lose or not have theft. Right. What would the probabilities be? It seems a bit silly writing this because we don't have numerical variables like we normally do, but we can put the probabilities into the table still. So the probability of theft was 0.0025, the probability of loss 0.03. If I wanted to work out this probability, I could do 1 minus the other two, so that we had all other cases. Okay. Now in terms of the dollar amounts, these costs, all right. So the cost for the insurance company is going to be minus $20,000. I could put this in as a positive number and still do the question, but I think because these are costs as opposed to winnings, I'm going to write a negative. The loss, the insurance company, if the ring is lost, they have to pay out $8,000, and of course there's no cost here. All right. Now, all of these questions revolve around expected values. And from the perspective of the insurance company, if we're factoring these things in, they have potential losses, right? So there's a, what's this, 0.25% chance that they're going to lose $20,000. And there's also a 3% chance that they're going to lose $8,000, right? And they're also going to have a fee so that they can get up to $100 actually. Right? So where this question's going is they want to be able to expect to make $100. All right. But I think I'll just forget about the fee for a minute. Let's just see what is this potential cost to them. All right. So if we went to a calculator, see if I can remember these values. All right, let's clear the screen for a minute. So we've got 0.0025 times negative $20,000. And then we also had 0.03 times and this is going to be minus 290. Okay, so let's write that number down. Minus 290. So it's like saying if they weren't charging a fee, they could expect on average, every time they had to insure a $20,000 ring, they could expect on average to lose $290. All right? But they are charging a fee. They're going to have their fee, right? And that's going to gain them money. And we've got to think about what does the fee need to be so that on average they would get to $100. So there's the 290 plus the mystery fee, right? What does that need to be? And the fee would need to be $390. Therefore, they'll have to charge, what's the wording in the book? How much should the company charge? They would have to charge $390 so that on average, every time they insured a ring like this for $20,000, they would actually make $100. I assume this is a yearly thing, so you could add 290 to both sides here. Now, if you hadn't used negative numbers, it's not really going to matter, right? So you could do this without using the negative numbers, and you'll get 290. And you just need to logically think about in your mind, well, that is a cost to the insurance company. And you could think of this expected cost, right? And then you could just think, well, if that's a loss and they actually want to make $100, they would have to charge $390. Right? So it's always worth just trying to think through things logically, and don't necessarily worry too much about having the perfect equation that you can use for these real world problems. Although if I was doing it, I would probably put these in as negatives, and then I think it fits into this formula for expected value quite nicely. So remember what that is. We have to sum up all of our values multiplied by their probabilities. Okay, thank you. Yeah, we'll leave it at that. That's fine. Okay.